From WQAD News 8, this is Good Morning Quad Cities.
And good morning, Quad Cities. It is Wednesday, March 13th. I'm Charles Hart.
And I'm David Bohlman.
And I'm meteorologist Andrew Stutzky. Good morning.
It is a good morning, isn't it?
It is.
I feel like
a good morning
on
on Good Samaritan Day. There we go. National Good
Samaritan
Day.
Yeah.
Good Samaritan Day with some warm temperatures, some lower wind, cloud cover. So it's going to feel
Can't
really
really
nice
complain.
out there.
Yes. And all those people that were itching to burn the last 2 days can burn today. Woo.
I got a lot of stuff to burn. I won't talk about it here.
I was going to say, do you want to specify exactly what you want to burn?
Yeah, finish that sentence, please.
No, I got a burn pile out
Oh,
back.
okay. All right.
Yep.
That's all right then.
This is your chance.
My burn book.
You're right, exactly. That's where I was going to head with that, but let's take you outside right now. Interstate 80, a little bit of wet pavement here and there. We had some scattered showers and thunderstorms earlier this morning, especially west of the Quad Cities. Those have since faded away. But yeah, you can see the wet pavement appearance there near the bridge on I-74. Otherwise, a very quiet start to the day again here for us, and warm too. We're sitting near 50 degrees. There's Doppler radar showing you those showers and storms earlier to the west of us, just quickly falling apart as they reach the Mississippi River, just losing the dynamics and, of course, the moisture with it. But it has spewed out enough humidity that the fire danger today not going to be an issue. 48 degrees outside right now, light northeast breeze. We have some 50s to the south of us, some 30s to the north. We're kind of sandwiched in between here in the metro and the 40s. But we all head for the 70s again this afternoon. Less wind today. 5 to 10 miles an hour. We're not talking about strong gusts like the last couple of days, and we'll still see 72, 73 degrees for high with more clouds this afternoon. Yes, tomorrow we're still tracking that risk for severe storms. However, there's a big change in the latest data coming in this morning that will likely remove many of our hometowns from this red zone with the next update from the Storm Prediction Center later this morning. I'll show you that data and who I think has a better chance at seeing the stronger storms tomorrow coming up.
All right, Andrew, thank you. While you were sleeping, results were pouring into our newsroom for primaries in several states, so let's talk about it. Wins in all states. ABC News is now projecting that President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump both have enough delegates, as you can see on your screen here, to be their party's nominee for the 2024 election. Keep in mind, this isn't official until the conventions this summer. And overnight, Trump released this statement on his Truth Social account. It reads in part, "It is my great honor to be representing the Republican Party as its presidential nominee. Our party is united and strong and fully understands that we are running against the worst, most incompetent, corrupt, and destructive president in the history of the United States."
Meanwhile, the Biden campaign has released a new ad after being declared the presumptive nominee of the Democratic Party. In the ad, Biden calls for unity and says it's time to choose the truth. He tweeted out the video with a simple statement, quote, "Let's go."
A major issue for voters this year is the economy. Right now, some prices at the grocery store are up, others are down, and ABC's Andrew Fujii is tracking that.
Applause on Wall Street as the S&P 500 hit a record high yesterday. Investors shrugging off a new report that finds inflation once again rose last month. Consumer prices were up 3.2% from a year ago, slightly above what was expected, and Americans are noticing.
I love Honeycrisp, but $8, $9 for a bag of apples? Nah, that's not good.
The main culprits keeping prices high? Gas rose 3.8%, rent rose 0.4%, clothing up 0.6%. Grocery prices overall were flat last month, but cereal and egg prices rose again, with eggs up nearly 6%.
I'm living paycheck to paycheck because it's so hard really to save.
President Biden touted Tuesday's inflation report, saying, "My top economic priority is lowering costs, and we continue to make progress."
If inflation is going down, that's great, but I have not seen any of my bills get cheaper. It does not feel like it's gotten better.
Some good news in the furniture industry. Costs are coming down. IKEA now says it's cutting prices.
IKEA is reducing the pricing on a lot of their products due to the fact that global inflation is coming down, and the company is now investing a lot in infrastructure and supply chain, which will further reduce the prices on their most popular products.
Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Price cuts don't just stop at IKEA. Furniture costs have actually dropped 4% in the last year across the country.
The U.S. House of Representatives is set to vote today on a bill that could ban the use of TikTok. Now, under the bill, the social media platform will have about 6 months to break away from ByteDance, its Chinese-based parent company. Lawmakers are concerned about the possible risk of spying by the Chinese government. TikTok says this is an attack on free speech. President Biden supports the bill and says he'll sign it if it passes.
Another company under scrutiny this morning, Boeing. The quality problems plaguing the airplane manufacturer could now force some airlines to reduce their flight schedules. ABC's M. Wen has that story.
This morning, new details about this terrifying moment. A door panel blew off an Alaska Airlines plane in mid-flight in January. The airline now confirms the Boeing jet was scheduled to be taken out of service that very night for maintenance. The New York Times reports warning lights had previously alerted the crew to a possible pressurization problem, but the plane continued to be flown for 10 days. Boeing and its supplier Spirit Aerosystems have reportedly failed dozens of FAA audits since that door panel incident. The FAA reportedly observed mechanics at Spirit using a hotel key card to check a door seal, and Spirit mechanics applied Dawn soap to a door seal as lubricant.
Most of these problems go back to a failure to follow basic procedures. So this will be what Boeing needs to do. Go back to basics, blocking and tackling, of making sure that the airplanes are built the way that they're designed to be built.
Boeing's manufacturing woes are rippling across the industry. Southwest, which only flies Boeing jets, now says it'll stop hiring pilots and flight attendants and may have to reduce flight schedules because of delivery delays from Boeing. United Airlines also imposing a hiring freeze, and Alaska Airlines is warning of possible schedule changes. More than 2,800 Boeing jets are in service nationwide. A recent poll found only 18% of passengers have high confidence that the planes are properly maintained. In response to the concerns, Boeing saying, "We are squarely focused on implementing changes to strengthen quality."
As difficult and as painful these inspections are for Boeing, they will help them get back to basics to be able to begin to earn the trust of the FAA and the flying public.
M. Wen, ABC News, Washington.
Boeing stock has fell 26% since the start of the year, and it's expected to open down this morning. That's according to the Futures Board. Time right now, 5:07, and still ahead, the state of our schools.
Yeah, we're breaking down a new report showing where Illinois residents stand on the state's public school system.
And out the door this morning, some of you waking up to a little bit of wet pavement. Nothing on the radar right now, but that's going to change in the next 24 hours. Who is still on deck to see some severe storms as we head into your day tomorrow? We're tracking that coming up.
You're watching Good Morning Quad Cities on WQAD News 8.